You are listening to the Foamy Heads Podcast, where we discuss craft beer and anything else that accompanies a glass.
All right, the Foamy Heads at a new location the 16th of October. I just had a birthday and, been busy.
Yeah. How many years around the sun are you now?
I hope it's 34. I haven't done the math. Whenever I got my driver's license, I'm like, I was born in 88 and I'm 6'12", 5'12". And they were like, so you're 6 foot.
6 feet.
I'm like, yes. And they're like, how old are you? I'm like, it's on my license.
That's right.
What license? I'm like, the permit.
It matters less and less the older you get.
Yes.
I think I'm 38, but I can't confirm that. I don't know for sure.
Yeah.
I was born in 84.
Yeah, I'm 88.
Okay. All right.
Same year as the AE86 Truno. Wait, no, that was 1986, now that I said the name out loud. So it's an 86 edition. I'm an 88. Damn.
Okay.
Something was 88 car-wise that I kept equating it to, and then I guess Initial D took over my mind as the drift car, and I just was like, yeah, it's 88.
Do you remember the Dance Beat Arcade?
Oh, yes.
In Rivergate?
Yes.
Mall back Rivergate area back in the day? They had an Initial D drive set up there where you could actually get the card, where you could slide your card in. It was basically like it kept your stats, and you could like keep playing.
Yeah.
During the lock-ins, man, all night people would just be lined up looking to play that game. I loved Initial D.
Yeah.
Loved playing the hell out of that game.
Gotta hug the curb.
Oh, man.
That was nuts. I watched the anime. It's funny. A new ad just ran in Japan. I don't know about the U.S. I don't remember, but on YouTube you can find it. The new Toyota AE86 style body for 2023, I think, is coming out, and they put the old Torino in it. And in Initial D, you know about the father and the son dynamic, right? The father's driving the new car, and they find each other on the hill that's infamous to the show, where you drift everywhere, and they compete against each other. And the shock at the end is that he's like, oh, it's my father, and he wins.
Got to have the storyline.
Yeah. I was like, dang it, I want this car now. It marketed perfectly to me. I'm like, too bad my wallet can't fit the circumstances. But,
Nope.
No
one's can these days, it seems. Everything's too damn expensive.
Yeah, the consumer price index can go fucking
yes.
Right now. It's terrible.
I hate it. Did you say where we were, by the way?
No.
I don't think you were.
Exciting place.
Yeah.
I've been seeing Nathan from
the Nashville Craft Beer Social Club.
Yes, thank you. I keep wanting to call it like Music City Nashville Craft Beer Social Club.
I'm sure that exists too.
Probably, but
somewhere.
I need to just get one of the stickers from them to put like on my laptop so I can just
always
see it.
Remember
it. Because my brain does the scramblies when I try to remember things. If it's not written down, I'm not going to get it right. That's why I don't remember anybody's names.
Oh.
So, I got to repeat it over and over again. I haven't done that with their name, I guess. I don't know.
At the rate this world's going, you won't need to remember anybody's name, so I guess it's not a bad thing.
I'll drink to that.
Yeah, we're all going to go down anyway.
But Nathan, he's kept all of us here in the beer community pretty plugged in to when this place was going to open up.
Sure.
Did we mention the name yet?
No.
Cledis.
Killer burgers, man.
Very good.
Good beer great beer selection.
Yeah.
24 taps.
24 taps. That's more than twice as many as before when it was Various Artists. They expanded the dining room out all the way back. If you remember the counter that was in the middle of the room. Everything looks like a fresh coat of paint, of course. And there's I guess they cook everything outside in that.
The food truck looking.
The food truck, yeah. So everything's delicious here. The beer selection, again,
on point.
Local favorites.
I love the fact that they could have put the kitchen in here. They could have done they could have kept remember like in Various Artists where they had half of it was cut off and it was all the brewing space in the back, so it made for kind of a cramped situation. Killer place, Various Artists. I love coming here. The outside area, in my opinion, was the place to sit when you came to Various Artists, because the inside just it filled up so fast. There was never any sitting room. So when I came here today, I was totally expecting like for the inside to be kind of similar, but instead of the brewery, there was going to be like a kitchen area. But what's better is they blew out the whole area where it used to be the brewing tanks and stuff, and they made extra seating. The food is now kind of like a built-in food truck around back that's taking up space that really wasn't going to be utilized for anything anyway. So they definitely handled the extra space very well, and it's very roomy and comfortable inside now.
Yeah. Their walls, I'm wondering if they're going to throw in more, I'm trying to think of the right words for it, but movie characters. We've got I can't think of the name of the kid that does the jelly roll or whatever it's called. Sandlot from the Sandlot.
Was it? Okay, I was wondering, is that from the Sandlot?
Yeah.
Okay, Cledis.
Yeah, he's the chunky kid. I can't think of I'm really bad with movies too and trivia. But over here is Dumb and Dumber. I know these fellas quite well.
Oh, they're on the back of the little moped. The really small two of them.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, definitely screaming out the movie vibes that I'm familiar with here. And the beer, again, back to the beer.
I love it.
It's all the local selections. We just met Shane, who runs the place.
Yeah. Great guy. Actually,
amazing.
Talked with him, and he was interested in sitting down with us sometime. So we're hopefully going to make that happen soon.
Yeah.
I love his idea of wanting to keep this space local. He wanted, he was telling us a little bit, hey, don't give us, the same stuff that you can get everywhere. If you make a small batch, just give me a sixer. Just give me something small, and I can put on, just rotate. 24 taps. It's all over the map. I mean, they're not too IPA heavy. They're not all sours. Everything is local except for Guinness, which was kind of a cool story where he was telling us like why we have that on tap here. But
we'll save that for the show.
Yeah, ciders, IPAs, everything from Living Waters. They got BS Brewworks, New Heights, TennFold, which we're drinking now.
Hell yeah.
All around just Nashville, Tennessee, and kind of some of the smaller surrounding areas. It's awesome.
Yeah. So today, if we sound any different, it's because we got some new mics. We're testing them out.
Wireless, man.
It's a whole different world, and it feels great.
Get the wires out of here.
Yeah, that's right. The only wire we got now is the mixer to the headset.
Yeah.
But everything else, we our footprint overall for travel is pretty small, but on small tables, the cords can get pretty crazy. This brings it back down a level.
Yep.
Especially when we're not doing large groups. It just keeps it super simple. So I'm loving this.
It was an easy setup here too.
Yeah.
We literally just walked in, sat down, ate our burger, had a beer first, and then just started unpacking and realized how small of a footprint this new this new the new receiver for like the mics. It's
great.
It's good. It's perfect.
I'm just so impressed with it. Plus, if we ever get to the point where we're server racking shit, this
I was
goes
gonna
right
bring
in.
that up. Yeah, this literally fits inside a server rack if you needed it for some reason. Like, that's great.
Yeah, it makes us look more official.
Because we're anything but right now.
But I am so glad to be here. What was the first beer we had?
The first one we had was the Living Waters and Enders.
Oh, that's right.
IPA, New England double dry hopped IPA from Living Waters. That went down too good, man. Too quick.
Just like the Mythos Club party members night.
Oh my gosh.
If you're not a Mythos member at Living Waters, keep an eye out for it. It's about that time.
Yep. It's 2023 renewals are coming up very soon.
Yes, it's worth it. You get all your money back. It takes time to get all your rewards, but you're getting good craft beer.
But you get it throughout the year, which I like. And if Ryan were to say, hey, here's all 7 beers or all 6 beers or whatever all at once, then his beers wouldn't be as fresh as they are.
Right.
He likes to talk about drink them when I release them because I'm not going to release them if they're not ready to drink.
Right.
So if he's going to give them to me all at once, I'm either going to drink them all at the beginning and then have nothing to show for it throughout the year, or I'm going to cellar all of them, and then like we always do,
Yes.
we wait till the very end of the year, and then we're like, well, shit, now we have a ton of these like Russian Imperial stouts we have to drink. They're all still great, but it's a lot of beer.
God, so much.
So he brews them throughout the year, and we get them like 2 or 3 at a time, which is good because it gives us an opportunity to breathe and I guess still go spend money at Living Waters, with IPAs in the meantime.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But Enders was great. We had that with our burger here.
Yes.
It was killer.
Oh, it went great with, I think I had a Oh, I wish I could remember the name of the burger, but it was a Thai peanut butter.
Yeah,
sauce
that was
one.
odd. A Thai peanut butter spread, like a Thai peanut butter sauce.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
good, very good.
That was interesting.
I'm trying to think of the Thai dish, but it's not coming up to my memory of what it's called. But there is a peanut butter dish that has it kind of like as a peanut butter sauce, with your noodles and stuff, and it's very savory and sweet at the same time. So that's what this burger was, and it's a play on the Elvis burger.
I got you. I was going to say, because with the peanut butter, which is people love peanut butter on burgers. I don't personally get it, but I've never seen a peanut butter sauce, a Thai peanut butter sauce before.
I like it better than a thick spread of peanut butter.
I can see that would be better.
Except the only other place that I will get peanut butter on a burger is the Vortex.
Oh, shout out to Atlanta.
Yes.
The Vortex burgers.
Those
are so good.
It's so hard not to get their Elvis burger because they do it right.
I think you got that every time we've been there.
Probably. It's either that or I think one time I got the Pickle Rick when it was a special, and Pickle Rick was a new thing, and then all the fans kind of ruined that for me. I'm not going to like Pickle Rick anywhere anymore, but I'll order that again. I like spicy pickles or fried pickles on a burger or whatever. Yep. So I don't remember what their burger was, but it was good. That was the only time I didn't get the Elvis burger, because I think we've been to Atlanta 3 times, twice for recording, one for just like figuring out the basis, lay of the land, meeting people.
Yep.
And man, I wish we had this set up when we met the guy from the Porter, because he was only working that weekend because he was a long time employee and moved on to better things, but he helps out when he
helps out. He said he was going to work he said he was going to work their anniversary party.
Yeah.
But other than that, he just kind of picks and chooses when he wants to work, because he's worked hard enough to grant himself that ability.
Exactly. But Atlanta, we're coming back. I gotta see Real Ale Man and see that new beer he's got with New Belgium.
The new Piano Keys version just dropped.
Yes.
I saw Al Sharpton was posting on it. Oh, I wish we had some to bring back with us.
Yes.
Luckily, Ale hooked us up.
Yeah.
He gave us a can from his first release.
We're gonna bring some gifts for sure from Nashville for him. We'll have to put it together, like which stouts, which IPAs, and maybe a couple lagers, just to give a nice spread of Nashville.
He gave us everything.
Oh yeah,
everything. Some of his favorite stuff, man. It was a beautiful care package he gave us to take back home. We did 3 episodes, on just the beers that he gave to us to bring back.
Each one was over an hour worth of content because of just the way he treated us. He's amazing.
He was a good dude.
God, and Halfway Crooks, can't wait. I think that's what they're called, right?
Halfway Crooks.
Yeah, it's a brewery down in Atlanta. It's let me make sure. That might be a clothing company too.
Sounds familiar.
Halfway Crooks, Atlanta. Halfway Crooks.
Okay.
They've got some amazing drops that happen during the Oktoberfest season. Lots of lagers, pilsners. I don't know how much will be left, and it might be a little too late to go get some of it at its freshest. But I'm loving their can art and their recipes for what they're dropping right now.
I think you sent me some of their Instagram posts, actually. That was where I heard about it the first time. Yeah.
But let's go back to what we're drinking now.
Have you had a sip of yours yet?
Not yet. I've been sniffing it.
I've got 3 or 4 sips left in mine, and I just looked down and realized that you haven't had any of your. What do we? TennFold.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, TennFold Howling Winds Scotch Ale.
Nice.
Shout out to
Tasty.
Chad at TennFold. Man, I love that dude, man.
Yeah, Chad's awesome.
He's very extroverted. He's good to people. He's all about bringing people and community together.
That man's got vocabulary.
Oh my gosh. Remember when we stood in the back of the brewery and we were talking with Chad. It was like it was one of the first on-sites I feel that we did.
Yeah, that's I think our first pass with the footprint. We got the small mixer, the USB hookup, and a lot of cords.
Yeah,
a lot of cords.
Yeah, Chad was our first on-site brewery discussion that we had, and I was kind of trying to figure out how this was going to work and how it was going to go down, and Chad just took us all the way through it, man. He just started talking and made us feel very comfortable and right at home, and he was very, very forward with the beers that he offered to us. He was just a compassionate dude.
Yeah.
And they make great beers over there.
And a freezer makes a great space for any audio equipment you want to like just table somewhere.
Yes. Yes.
Those are kind of my favorite places for interviews. You're just right there in the mix.
Yep.
And I don't know, something about being, I don't think the term punk rock is right for this, but I can't think of a term right now where it's abstract, but it was a what's the word? Unconventional placement for audio equipment.
Yeah.
But he made it work with the space that he had available.
Yeah.
We now have like a little table that we can bring around. I accidentally forgot it at Fate La Force that one night.
Yep.
And it worked out great for placing everything off a table because they have slimmer picnic tables.
Yes.
So we need it when we need it. We didn't have it then. So it would have had its use that day if we had it. But gosh.
We threw it all on top of the freezer.
Yeah.
What's good to go.
The unconventional locations make it more memorable.
It does. It's kind of an in-the-moment thing. TennFold. Got a chance to do it there. Common John most recently.
Oh, yeah.
In the back of the brewery, kind of in the middle of the
Perfect.
brewery, like bright tanks surrounding us while we were talking with John and with LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
That was kind of a surreal experience being able to talk with them.
It was so fun and such a pretty day to do it, too.
Oh, it was beautiful weather outside. And I'll say their second anniversary party was one of the better beer festivals that I've been to in a long time because most of these festivals have whatever you can get on tap anywhere else. But these guys brought some of their goods. Like East Nashville Beer Works brought a triple IPA.
Yeah.
Ryan at Living Waters brought a barrel-aged Russian Imperial Stout. It's like,
Dyson Sphere.
What are you doing, man? Like, I have like 90 other beers to get to today. And Ryan was like, drink ours first and you won't need to. I was
That's
like,
right.
okay.
Strategy.
Yeah.
And even Marrowbone with their golden ale.
Yes.
That strong golden ale.
Yeah. Puzzle Fool's Gold.
Fool's Gold.
Puzzle Fools.
Yeah. It's up here actually.
I'm on
It's
my second or third beer today. I can't.
If you're interested in learning what we are talking about and you don't want to travel to Marrowbone or wherever, I think that's Ashland City. It's here at Cledis right now. So get it while it's fresh, man. It's an amazing golden.
It's really good. And then I think that we were gifted we have a bottle of it still back at the fridge when we went to visit them on site at Marrowbone Creek Brewing.
Oh man,
we got a bottle to bring back with us. So it was recommended that we age it for a little while before we drink it. So I think it's gonna be great whenever we decide to have it, because that was what 3-4 months ago.
Yeah,
something like that.
It's getting further away.
I feel like it'd be ready. We've had a few beers since then.
Yeah. We'll ping Ryan there and see what his recommendation is.
Yeah.
I know we're really good at putting age on beers.
Unintentionally, but we do a really damn good job at it.
Yeah.
What do you think of this one? This is the Howling Winds Scotch Ale from TennFold Brewing, based out of Nashville, Tennessee.
It's a little, I'm trying to think of the right word for it. Not light, but easy to drink.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as heavy as I was expecting.
Yep.
It's got a nice, robust kind of finish to it, dry, and it makes me kind of think of Creek Smoke a little bit.
Okay, yeah, Panther Creek.
Yeah. Panther Creek may have had a little bit more flavor on theirs.
Mm-hmm. I feel like that's a good assumption.
Yeah,
that's a good comparison, because Creek Smoke is. I can't remember the ABV on it, but this one is relatively light.
Yeah,
5.6.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, like for a Scotch ale,
right?
You can get pretty heavy on Scotch ales, but going 5.6, anything under 6 for a Scotch ale, I feel like is light. Yeah.
And I think Panther Creek's, to be fair, has a little heavierness.
They do
higher ABV.
I think it's a higher ABV. Chad has a tendency, and this is something he said, like they're a brewery first and a restaurant second, but he likes to combine them both just as equally. So he does not like doing heavy ABV beers.
Right.
He wants you to come and sit down, eat food, and have 2 or 3, not be so full and not be so wasted that you can't drive home safely.
Yeah.
So it's that 5%, 6% range is typically where they stay.
Yeah.
Because they want you to have multiple beers and not feel sloshed.
And I really, I love the strategy there.
Yeah.
I really enjoy having 2 to 3 flavorful beers before I leave somewhere and not be completely wrecked.
Yep. So just reading the description on this one, on Untapped, dark medium bodied Scotch ale, with ruby highlights and aromas of sweet malt and smoke. A little bit of smoke in there.
See that. Yeah.
I see a little bit of smoke.
It's
definitely not as smoky as the Creek Smoke from Panther Creek.
Right.
Flavors of currant, dark stone fruit, and brown sugar, well balanced with a nice, light, smoky character.
Nice.
Pairs with any chicken dishes, meats, or chorizo. Ooh, chorizo pizza.
Chorizo, yeah.
Yeah, that would go good with this beer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be a great companion.
I love how TennFold like to pair their beers with the foods that they make.
Yes.
Because any of the beers that they have, when you go there, it tells you what kind of food they recommend that you eat with that beer.
Yes.
And that's cool because I'm not that good. I'll drink an IPA with Chinese like takeout food and they do not mix. But for me, it's okay. Nobody else would like that.
Yeah. God, this is really good.
It's solid. I love it.
Yeah. Cheers, Chad. It's a damn good brew. I really now want it with chorizo.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to go on site.
Yeah.
Dang.
Out of the 24 taps, man, this is the only Scotch ale that they have, but at Cledis.
Mm-hmm.
But it may not be here in a week.
Right. I really like the idea of his keeping a lot of the majority of the taps local, rotating, keeping it fresh with whatever they're dropping if possible.
Yeah.
Like we mentioned earlier, don't send the same thing that you can get down the street or in a can. This is something like it's craft, very craft forward. And I know through the pandemic, I was just buying up 4-packs wherever I can.
Yep.
Support the businesses, but also that artificial kind of like what is it, limited supply or whatever. I don't know the right term for it, but I do gravitate towards that for getting the freshest pick whenever it's possible.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited about that aspect here with the rotating tap wall.
Yes.
It's like a miniature flying saucer, but all craft.
A miniature flying saucer. Shout out to the flying saucer. Rest in peace. That was those were good times.
It was. I really missed the pool hall that they had there, and
the plate parties. Robert Ray's plate party.
Yeah.
On the note of talking about, oh God, it just flew my mind. I can't remember what I was going to say. It was something to the effect of having these different. You mentioned during the how the pandemic had kind of trained you to find the freshest batch possible and things like this. I have found myself recently when I'm at a beer store, and this goes back to Aaron at Main Street Liquors, where that guy will literally turn down a shipment if they bring something to him that's been canned further back than X amount of days for the style.
Yes.
If I'm drinking an IPA and that canned by date or canned on date was 30, 60 days ago, then he'll just turn it down. He's like, no, bring me the good stuff. And he has talked to the distributors about that before, and he has canceled some of the distributors that he works with because they keep doing it after he asks. I now find myself looking at the bottom. I did this Friday. I looked at the bottom of the can of the 4-pack of Beard Irish that I looked at, and I was like, okay, this was canned like 2 weeks ago. I'm good. So I took it. It went with me. But if it's 30 days old, it's been sitting there for a while, I'm not gonna pick it up.
Yeah.
Stouts are different. IPAs, enjoy fresh.
Yeah. I've learned that lesson the hard way. From our Atlanta trip to Monday night, we got sent home so much beer.
So much.
I didn't get out to share enough of it, so I still have some. And there's no way that some of that's going to be as good as it was.
No, Mitch.
Yeah, and I'd have so many triple IPA still from not just them, but there's so many little cans. I'm like, I forgot about you. I'm sorry.
It's not going to be as good.
No. If anyone wants to contribute to the refrigeration fund for the Foamy Heads, we need a fridge, and we need to, maybe start a club where people can come drink on our stock and like supply some word or something.
That'd be awesome,
man.
How cool would that be? Your monthly membership fee is 2 4-packs.
Yeah.
And we just keep them in the fridge, and you can come at any given point in time, and you can drink up to 8 beers a month.
Yeah.
That, you know what? Punch card, Foamy Heads, Beer Club, punch card with 8 snaps on it. Each month, you can come to the fridge and pull anything out that you want. You get up to 8 beers a month, your monthly supply. You drop in a can every time you come. Every beer you drink, you leave another one.
Yep. after 8 of those stamps, we need a bomber of the like living water stock comes
Yes.
out and shares with like you got to have a party of at least 4 people.
Boy, this I can't tell if it's the beers talking, but this sounds like a really fucking good idea.
Well, the whole point of craft beer is to share it, talk about it, discuss it, meet people you haven't met before that don't look like you, kind of thing. Like you got to mingle around, learn something about people. It's like the cigar. It's a great equalizer, and that kind of fridge aspect would be fun.
Yes.
We'll have to talk more about this and see if there's.
This is a good idea.
We'll find some place to make this happen.
Yeah. I'm done with mine, by the way.
Oh yeah, let me go ahead and final thoughts on your side.
You had probably 3 or 4 sips left there. I think it was really good. From a Scotch ale perspective, I agree with you. It is much lighter than some of the other Scotch ales I've had, but I think that's intentional because of Chad's methodology of wanting to keep with the lower ABVs and things like that and pairing it well with food. I'm really full because we had a burger and such beforehand, but I really would have liked to enjoy this with food.
Definitely.
With something spicy, chorizo or something I just can't eat right now.
No.
But I would have loved to have had this. My bias untapped rating.
Yes.
Starred out of 5. What would I give this? This is 3.75 for me. 3.75, 3.
It's a good rating.
Yeah, it's more than 3.5 for me.
Yeah.
I don't know if it quite deserves a 4 in my book, just because those 4s are typically reserved for the things with a ton of flavor, and that typically comes with higher ABV and lots more complexity. This is just easy to drink for a Scotch ale. I could pound these all day and I would still be okay.
Yeah. This I could have multiples of these with a good food like chorizo and spicy pizza, whatever.
Yes.
And oh man, I wonder how it would go with gumbo. But just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
I'm a very similar opinion. It's been a while since I've had a lower ABV style like this, Scotch ale wise. So it's high marks from me for that. I'll give it that 4.
Okay.
It's good for the style, and I want to compare it to Creek Smoke now.
Yeah.
Because they're cousins in a way, style wise. I say that primarily for the ABV. I want to see the difference, but that's just me as a consumer trying to figure out like where do I lean more. But we have to ask ourselves these questions. So.
Does the ABV matter at the end of the day? Well, sometimes yes, because it depends on the flavor. But sometimes, like, it's situational.
Yep.
I don't want to be drinking 14% beers while I'm eating a ton of food.
Exactly. And, just to highlight a little more, halfway through the drink, I got more of that smoke flavor.
Okay.
I got more of the flavors that were mentioned when we were talking about it. So it takes a minute for my palate to start warming up to it, especially after that IPA and burger. So, cheers, man. This is a damn good
It was
beer.
solid. Shout out to Chad at TennFold.
Sorry.
We want a rinse break real quick?
Yeah, let's do it.
We'll be right back.
All right. And we're back.
Back in.
Man, that was a good rinse break. Needed it.
Yes.
The burgers, again, at Cledis. Delicious.
Too good.
They say smash burger.
I was hoping you were going to bring that up.
They're a little more filling than a smash burger.
Yeah. Like it was a thick burger for... Your mic just isn't giving you any love today.
Nah.
It just keeps going limp on you.
I'm playing the even in and out game.
Yeah.
It's good now. I'll just lean in.
Yeah, the burgers they call them smash burgers, but they were thicker than... Like when I ordered my burger and I got the single patty and I ordered some fries because I was like, I'm kind of extra hungry today. And then you ordered just a burger, but you got the double patty. Totally didn't think about it. And in my head, I was like, my burger's going to be like one of the small smash burgers, going to be super thin. So I was kind of upset, but don't get me wrong, I still would have loved the double patty.
Yes.
But I was very surprised on how big the patty was when it came out.
Oh, man.
It's still smashed. Like, it was still crispy around the edges, but it was a bigger burger than I was expecting.
It's like the thick smashed thick burger.
Yeah.
There we go. Smashed thick burger.
It was a big size.
Yeah.
It was, man, the food is good here.
I'm curious if you can do a smash burger, but medium. because it is thick enough.
You could probably do different temperatures.
That'd be awesome.
I would love to have mine medium.
Yeah,
yeah,
same,
for sure.
Same.
Yeah.
If I was to pick any kind of nitpicky thing, it'd be like make it medium.
Yes.
With the smashed thick patty.
Ooh.
I'm all there.
Yes.
I'll eat one all day.
Yeah. I'll eat two all day.
Is that the restaurant terms? All day.
All day. I think it is.
Yeah.
That's when you need something like now.
Yeah.
I need it all day.
Yes.
Give it to me all the time.
Yeah. Man.
We have another beer in front of us.
Oh yeah. What was
This was the New Heights Pick 6 Porter.
Yes.
Again, out of Nashville, Tennessee. Cledis loves working with local breweries in the area. New Heights is not far from here.
Right around.
You can just get to it right around the corner. I love New Heights is good. I have a soft spot for New Heights. West Coast peeps.
Love it.
San Diego kind of wanted to come and plant their stake in the ground on the East Coast here in Nashville, and they were one of the first Nashville breweries to start doing like West Coast style beers. That didn't exist. You know, you had Yazoo, who's kind of started out doing a whole lot of crazy like craft beer stuff, and then got comfortable doing what you see now today, and then of course now you have
Embrace the Funk and all that.
Embrace the Funk, and then from there it was Nashville kind of became about the juicy New England style IPAs.
We even had Zons before then for clean beer, and then we had Blackstone.
Oh yeah, I mean you've got those originals definitely in Nashville. Nashville Brewing Company has been here for a long time.
Nashville Brewing Company.
But there weren't a lot of companies doing West Coast style IPAs.
No, yeah.
And when New Heights came in, at least in Nashville, and then when they came in and planted their flag, and they were like, you know, hey, here's our West Coast style IPA, and you walk in, it's two guys and a girl, just roommates, you know, together, long hair, beards, you know, they're just everybody runs the place. It's such a cool spot.
Yeah.
I love supporting New Heights whenever I can.
Yeah, you can keep it casual over there.
Keeping it casual. What's up, Matt?
Ever since he moved to SoCal, he was always like, gotta keep it casual. Like, flip-flops and shorts.
Flip-flops and shorts. I love San Diego, man.
It's hard to leave when you go and visit.
My wallet says otherwise.
Yep.
But I could stay there and live there if my salary would allow me to.
Too bad we're in the Southeast.
Yeah. Hey, this picks. I don't know if this is my palate picking up, but there seems to be kind of a roasty aftertaste on this one.
Yeah.
It kind of has this little burnt coffee profile on the end. It's not coffee in a sense of like drinking your coffee in the morning, but it's got a very. I'm not good with coffee, so to me it's like a burnt. Like I've heard people call that taste before robust.
I can see that.
Okay.
Roasty. That's what I was saying. Yeah, roasty.
Yeah. I'm kind of getting that a little bit on the end. There's some chocolate, but for the most part, it's just it's a porter that's pretty roasty.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Looking up at the Untappd right here, believe it or not, the top 5 flavor profiles: roasty, coffee, chocolate, nutty, and delicate.
Oh, okay.
Find it at Cledis and at New Heights within 10 miles. We're one of the 2 places on Untappd that you can find this beer right now.
Cledis is making it happen.
That's
man.
what I like about these guys, man. You just go out and give me the stuff that you can't just go down the road and buy a 6-pack of.
God, yeah. This is what I'm about for sure. Whenever there's a tap wall and they're just bringing the craft beer in, anything fresh. There I go, knocking the little spindle.
Okay. And Shane, who's the owner or kind of runs the place here, he was talking about. He came over, saw us setting up, right? He's kind of like, hey, what's going on? And introduced himself, and we were talking, and he seemed very interested to want to jump on and talk one day. So definitely. I'm very curious to get more into when that time comes. Yeah. You know, about what his thoughts were about how he came here, when he sold his last place, he was telling us, and opened up this shop, and what his thoughts were about bringing these breweries in and how he wanted to have the tap list rotating. But carrying guys like New Heights, which you can find New Heights in different places, but you can't find. I don't know where else I can get Pick 6 Porter right now.
Nowhere.
Like, mostly they have, the regular rotating stuff.
Yeah.
That New Heights has to offer.
Yeah.
I don't see none of those are on the board here. So I'm very interested in talking to him one day.
Yeah. I can't wait for that talk, man. I love seeing people's dreams come true. and they're putting action against it to make it happen.
Yeah.
I mean, Tennessee needs a lot more of that. So.
Mm-hmm. And gladly they took a place like Various Artists, which all of us hated when they closed down.
There we
like
go.
Just sorry, there was a space in between there that probably should have been. We all hated that they closed down.
There's the thought.
Love Various Artists. Those guys. I loved their work. It was so good, and to see them close up shop for whatever reason it was.
Yeah.
Sucks for us.
Yeah.
But to be able to see kind of at least a local beer joint move into its place is justified for me.
Yeah.
Like if this place would have turned into like one of those, it's fall y'all white basic girl like
or a Chick-fil-A.
all pumpkin everything. God. Chick-fil-A, I love you, but don't take over my Johnny Sports Bar.
Best wings.
I hate
in
you
Middle
now as a
Tennessee.
result of it.
God.
But I'm glad that this place followed suit.
Yes.
It
yes.
still gives we can still come to the same spot and drink good beer.
Yep.
And now we have burgers to go with it.
Yes, and the awesome little beer garden that was put in place by Various Artists is still here, and plenty of seating.
Yes.
So I'm going to be a returning customer, I guess. Is
A
the
regular.
phrase. Regular, yes.
Cledis, we love you guys.
Yeah, thanks for the good food. Thanks for keeping that tap wall full of the local.
Mm-hmm. 24 taps, doubled from Various Artists.
Yes.
I think there was 12 on here is what Shane
I
said.
think so.
Of course, they were just doing their own beers.
Yes.
You know, so it's a lot easier to bring in everybody
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
So not saying having 24 is better than 12, because
No.
if you have 12 great ones and 24 shitty ones, then that's not a good thing. Luckily for Cledis and for us,
Yeah.
they have 24 great ones.
And they got a good plug into the community for what to put on tap. So.
Yes. Shout out to you guys at Cledis. What do you think of this beer, man? Let's wrap this brew up. It's been sitting for a while. It's at the right temperature for me.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's really good. We ordered this one a while back, and it's just been sitting on the table, kind of warming up, opening up its flavors.
It's definitely at the right point. I don't know exactly what degree it's at now, but it's got all those, what we mentioned earlier. There's a little bit of nuttiness to it. It's roasty. There's a pretty decent body to it, and it's also kind of thin. So, porters,
Yeah, it's a porter.
Yeah.
It's
When
a
I
porter.
think stout, I'm now biased towards like Living Waters.
Oh,
when you
yes.
think thickness and like all those coffee notes and everything. When I think porter, I still just think porter is the lighter version of a stout. But, porter's history is a little interesting. So it can be a little bit of anything.
I agree. I feel that I am not as judgmental on porters as I am on stouts.
Right.
And Ryan ruined my ability to judge a good stout, because Living Waters puts out bangers every single time.
Yeah.
And I always find myself comparing a stout that I drink
Yeah.
to Ryan's capacity and his ability to brew beer at Living Waters. I'm like, oh, this is good, but it's not like
Oh, yeah.
Dyson Sphere, or it's
Exactly.
not, it's not Cthulhu, or
I mean-
it's not, what was the cookies and cream?
Kraken.
Kraken.
Man.
Like, I'm sorry, but I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
You're going to have a very hard time competing against Ryan
If it's a coffee stout,
for a coffee stout. It's over.
you've got a mountain to climb,
Yeah.
buddy.
But porters are a different game. I agree. They're
Yeah.
kind of like the little brother, and I'm a little bit more lenient on them. I haven't really found a porter that I just like, or a brewery that's just like, man, they do great porters all day.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with that. If I drink a porter and I go, this is a decent porter, but like this one is good. I don't, I'm not upset that I ordered it. I think it tastes really great,
No,
but
yeah.
for me, it's just a porter.
It's refreshing.
Yeah.
And it's not too much.
Yeah.
We've had 2 beers and a burger.
Yep.
And this is still just perfectly fine.
Yes.
So I am very pleased with it.
Yes. I will not be drinking any more beer today,
No,
though.
I think I've hit my limit.
This is it.
I'm very full and very happy.
Yes. Shout out to Cledis. Thanks for letting us sit here for a while today.
Yeah.
Didn't even like question the ability. Just came up and started talking. So
Mhm.
we really love that and the welcomeness that they showed us.
Yeah. They all we did, asked for an outlet, and they pointed us right where. And we're like, we just want to test some mics. Is it cool? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And here we are.
Yeah.
Our mics are sounding good.
They sound great.
And we'll see you in post and online.
Cheers.
Cheers.